Hello and welcome to episode 11 of The Wizard, Akarbaz. Previously, Aribhin and Khabash Foundling traveled deep into caverns and halls of the dead beneath the necropolis of Mistvale, accompanying a celestial servitor of the goddess Iomedae named Rzindar. Together, they pursued the trail of Aribhin and Khalash's eldest brother, Khabash, who'd said he was the god-born son of Iomedae. Eventually, the three travelers reached a dimly lit hall, on the far side of which was a sealed chamber marked with ominous runes, and within which, Rzindar said, was Khabash. Outside this chamber were three fiends who Aribhin and his companions fought and killed. They crossed the hall and entered the chamber. Khabash, wearing dark half-plate armor, carved with crimson runes and wielding a mace, knelt before a strange altar, on top of which was the slumped body of a woman Aribhin had never seen before. Rzindar told Khabash that, by order of Iomedae, the inheritor, he must come with them, or die. To that, Khabash responded by swelling in size and commanding the celestial archon to kneel, leaving Aribhin to decide which side to stand with. And that's where we pick up. It's so funny because when I usually write like 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 when I on my notebook whenever I'm trying to like track initiative. Mm-hmm. But we're getting to that level in Pathfinder where like ain't no one going to be rolling less than a 10 on initiative. So I need to start doing like 35, 30, 25, 20, 15 or something.
Yeah.
Just because no one's going to roll less than a 10. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's just no way. So I'm going to start writing 35 down. It's going to get to the point where I'm probably going to start writing like 45 down. As Khabash yells, "Kneel!" you watch as he begins to swell in size.
Oh.
A crimson rune on his black adamantine armor lighting up. As Rzindar flashes their blade, Khabash swelling, dragging up his long, heavy black mace. We'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Holy shit.
And I do need you to give me what HP Zindar's at.
Oh, okay. They're at 52. 52 points.
Okay. 52.
52 initiative. Okay. I said I was going to do prescience beforehand. However, I did roll a 19. So,
I mean, it's a free action. You can keep that roll and just add mythic proficiency. So basically, if you do, you will almost guaranteed go first.
Yeah, 1 billion. I'll do it for fun, for flavor.
All right, pass over that mythic point.
Here you go.
Thank you. So, as this happens, Aribhin, you go ahead and activate prescience, which in game translates to Aribhin. You begin to see these flashes, these kind of possibilities, as I've said before, but not in a way of fate necessarily. More in terms of what possibilities you have to destroy and what possibilities you have to preserve. The two halves of the god of magic, Nethys, his two warring impulses here. So as you activate prescience, one, go ahead and tell me your initiative with the mythic proficiency, if you don't mind.
Okay. Oh God, I need a calculator. 37.
37. See, this is why I was talking about needing to raise my tracker for initiative. Yeah. So Aribhin has 37. Roll for Khabash, if you don't mind.
Sure. All right, good.
What do you roll?
Let me pull out his character sheet real quick.
Just tell me what you rolled in the die.
15?
Okay. That's better than Rzindar.
Okay.
Because he has like a +9.
Yes.
Yeah, he does roll higher than...
9. Yeah, +9.
And then I'm going to roll for somebody else.
Somebody else? Who?
I can't tell you.
Alec, no.
You'll see shortly. Sheesh. All right. So, Aribhin, as you activate prescience here, multiple possibilities of preservation and destruction flash before your eyes. avenues that you can possibly pursue. The first, you see, you can preserve the life and perhaps the relationship with Khabash, destroying Rizindar and perhaps destroying any good relations with Iomedae, the inheritor, or at the very least tarnishing them. Now, you're not necessarily, this possibly doesn't necessarily tell you that if you don't help Khabash, he's going to die by any means, but just that it will assist in the preservation of both Khabash and in your relationship with him.
Okay.
2, you see another flash. This one attempting to preserve the life and the life of and the relationship with Rizindar, possibly destroying Khabash, your adoptive brother, and the relationships between you guys. Now, this would also possibly put you in the good graces of the inheritor. Another option that flashes before your eyes is to abstain completely. Don't engage in the fight, and perhaps destroy or damage relationships with both of them, or cause both of their destructions, or just kind of leaving destruction to outside of your action. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. The last one that kind of flashes here is trying to kind of preserve both of them through de-escalation and diplomacy, though this would possibly be very difficult. Now, of course, more flash through your eyes here, as you know, you could try to spur on Gilia here and see if she's going to join the fight. So far, Gilia is kind of just standing there, like eyes wide, kind of frozen, like deer in the headlights, kind of like, she does not look at this moment as though she's about to join this fray. All this to say, I will quit rambling here. All that to say, you get mythic proficiency on your initiative roll, which puts you at a 37. So, Aribhin, you are up first, as in this kind of dark but like flame-walled chamber, and there's darkness beyond the walls of flames. By the way, those do not like mark the end of the chamber. There's darkness beyond that. There's that slumped figure on the altar, the mouth kind of open wide, eyes staring lifelessly. There's also just the doors are open still. You could just run. It's up to you. You have 3 actions here.
Oh boy. God.
And Khabash is now like towering over you.
Yeah. That's freaky. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I think I'm going to try to push myself between them.
Okay. So we'll say that you take 1 action to stride in between them. Uh-huh. Kind of stepping in between these forms that are both larger than you as you kind of step in between Khabash towering over you. Eye contact, just staring dead at the Aesra.
Oh man.
What do you do? That's one of your actions?
I want to try to talk to them.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in there. Wait. Okay. I really wish I would have gotten some context going into this. Listen, this is going to go poorly for at least one party. Rizindar, you are not at your best right now. I think perhaps there's some communicating that could be done. Maybe, you could deliver some messages to the inheritor for Khabash. There's also the fact, you said she can't see what's going on here, so she'll never know what's going on here. And it's like, it's pretty important that you tell her what's going on, so maybe you just leave.
Really fast, did Rizindar ever say that Iomedae can't see in here?
They said that she can't see into Mistvale, I believe.
Right. Because I'm not trying to, I don't want to misspeak here. So I think what Rizindar said was essentially that Iomedae, there was something about Mistvale that Iomedae couldn't glean.
Yeah.
Right. Well, firstly, go ahead and make a diplomacy roll. And technically, this is the request action.
Oh, okay.
And so you still have another action after this, but I will ask you to make a diplomacy check. And I'm going to set the DC, which is high.
Okay.
Because this is a very difficult request.
Okay. Well, oh, God. Okay. I rolled a 19. So even if I re-roll with Mythic, like, it's not going to be better than that.
Unless you roll another 19 or something.
Yeah, which probably won't happen. So that'll be a 30.
A 30. I'm going to consult my little table here.
I should have... well, could I have planned to roll with Mythic?
No, the trigger is you roll a skill check or saving throw and don't like the result.
Oh, okay.
So, no, you have to keep it. 30. Well, so I'm going to walk you through this because sometimes I get a little afraid, I suppose, that I'm not running Pathfinder well. But I'm going to give you the little breakdown here of how I'm deciding this DC. So basically, I'm doing DCs by level. You're level 7, DC 23. However, I can adjust that DC for difficulty. I'm giving it the very hard difficulty, which is a +5 adjustment. So that's a 28 DC. You rolled a 30. Rosindar stares back at you and says, Iomedae can see through my eyes. And says, she cannot see Miss Vale, but she has seen everything that I have seen. My task was to retrieve this child. If he was not willing, my task was to strike him down. They say, one moment, and begin to float back into the hall, seemingly heeding your request for the moment to possibly try to commune here with the inheritor.
Oh my God. Okay.
Meanwhile, as your turn wraps up, because we'll say that your last action is just kind of spent watching Rosindar. Kind of, is that fine?
Yeah, okay.
Sure. So you watch Rosindar just kind of like definitely still. They can see from every direction, so they're still seeing you, but they're just kind of backing up, but keeping the front of their body towards you just in case Khabash does come over. But you feel Kabash's presence behind you, just looming over you, casting a shadow from the fire from the walls. You hear a coming. It's more of a low, kind of raspy growl. As stepping out from the wall of fire, from the darkness behind the wall of fire, next up in the initiative order would have been, you turn your head expecting to see Bone, his hound. That just looked like a hound last time you saw him. Now this hound looks a bit different. As it growls and emerges from the darkness beyond the wall of flames bordering this long religious chamber, you see that it has grown bigger, almost to the size of a small horse. About horse-sized, really. His skin is black, and he appears almost skeletal. Hellish flames flicker around and within Bone's body, including through his open eye sockets. If you don't mind, make a religion check for me.
Okay. All right. 21.
This, Aribhin, you have read about, is a hellhound. You see Khabash kind of just say, sit. The hound.
I go to sit and I'm like, wait, that's not for me.
Bone sits, still eyeing the Aesra outside. Khabash still eyes out to the Aesra, unmoving, kind of mace at his side. You hear the voice rasping out of the still body on the far side of the chamber. Ah, talking to the inheritor then. Well, I suspect she will not relent. She rarely does. What do you do, if anything, while you're here in this chamber?
I turn to Khabash.
Mm-hmm.
Can we leave?
Khabash looks down at you, still enlarged here. Gilly is off to the side, kind of like, you see that she's shaking a little. Like she's terrified.
Uh-huh.
Khabash looks down at you, strange look on his face, and just says, I will be leaving soon, but I can't with you.
What do you mean?
I must be going somewhere else. I can. We'll talk later. And you see him kind of flicker his eyes back up as the Aesir returns. Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll. Actually, you roll. I want you to roll. This is tough. Your request was heeded. A break was taken. Mm-hmm. I want you to roll just a pure, we're just going to call it a D20.
Okay. 8.
Okay. As Rosindar comes back in, you see the wounds across Rosindar have healed.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Bitch.
As they have communed here with Iomedae the Inheritor. Rosindar looks past. It's hard to figure out where Rosindar's looking because there's just so many eyes. But there's something about it that the ring of flame is kind of lifted higher than Khabash, kind of past Khabash. And just says, Asmodeus, what do you want with this child? And you hear from the voice emerging from the body. Well, I'm not just going to tell you, am I? And Rosindar says, if you want this child to live, if you want me to leave him be, you will tell me what you want with him. The voice kind of giggles a little bit and says, I'll take my chances. Akarbaz, I trust you. You know, I don't want to punish you for taking that route. Rosindar did what they could. Mm-hmm. They communed, and this is the order they received. As this happens and this sequence of events takes place, you realize that there is nothing almost, or very little you could have done to spare some, to very, very little that doesn't rely on the whims of a god. Either Asmodeus or Iomedae. The attempt to preserve peace here, it rested in the hands of these two gods. And they have both chosen conflict.
Of course.
You take a deep breath. The choice is still yours. And we're going to keep the same initiative as before. Mm-hmm. Because it's the same ultimate role, just perception. So we're going to go the same role as before. You see this, the choices have narrowed.
Okay.
As your heart pounds with the realization that the voice speaking from that slumped body is Asmodeus, the Prince of Darkness.
Holy shit.
So, Aribhin, what do you want to do? As you look, Rosindar has been patched up.
Oh, shit. So is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh, don't make it my turn. Fuck.
And I'll just say one last thing that Rosindar says. It just says, looking down at you once again, please, child, move.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. I say to Rosindar, this is so, oh my god, this is crazy.
And also like the weight, settles upon your shoulders that Iomedae is looking at you right now.
Yeah. I kind of like realize in that second that like I've got there's like Asmodeus on this side, Iomedae on this side.
You're literally like sandwiched between Iomedae and Asmodeus.
And I'm here, son of Nethys. I'm this little middle ground.
But as you are in the middle ground, either side is destruction. So
yeah,
what destruction do you choose?
I'll say to
Rosindar
as they're walking up, I'm supposed to be doing what I want here. And then I cast Thunderstrike, a 3rd level Thunderstrike.
All right, so is that an attack roll?
It's a basic reflex.
A basic reflex?
If this fails, it's going to be embarrassing.
It's a 22.
No, mine is a 25.
All right.
Okay.
So what's the damage on that, mister?
Mr. 3d12 and 3d4.
Wow. And if you don't mind to describe how this looks.
Oh, God. I'm sweating. What does it look like? I just I start casting and I reach up and then I just pull it down and
Out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's purple lightning.
All right, as you reach up, thunder sounds above off in the darkness, high in this chamber as lightning crashes down into it.
As I... That's 30.
30 points of damage?
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, you have one more action. And you're still kind of in between them, right?
Yeah, I'm going to step back. I don't need to be in the melee.
Okay, cool.
But I give Khabash I'm not ditching you look.
Okay. Yeah, you see, he kind of looks down to you and nods, slightly appreciative. Though the look in his eye as you do this, again, he has a more ominous look to him. His eyes have gone red. Mm-hmm. The kind of crackles throughout his skin that once shone gold, now shone crimson. Mm-hmm. Bone, you see, has now risen. And you see Khabash say, "Wait." His voice kind of echoing throughout the chamber. Bone kind of growling. If a hellhound, it's hackles. Bone's hackles are like licking flames that rise. So you see kind of flames rising where dog fur would be. Khabash is going to step forward. Actually, you
oh God.
go ahead and roll here for Khabash. Although, as a note, Autumn, this character sheet that you have, you don't get the sense, though you are controlling him for now, this character sheet does not show the extent of Khabash's abilities as of now, but for the sake of you controlling him, these are his options at the moment.
Okay. What is it supposed to mean? Okay, yeah, how far away is Rizendar?
10 feet.
Oh, has the Iron Command passed? Probably.
We'll say the Iron Command passed because you stepped in there. Right. We'll say it interrupted his Iron Command.
Okay, that's fine. Ooh, Smite. Ooh, let me look at Smite real quick.
Ooh.
Sheesh. Oh, I'm gonna puke.
And by the way, if anything says holy on his traits, make it unholy.
Okay. Which I think Rizendar's weak to. I'm gonna puke. Okay, so yeah, Khabash is gonna walk up, cast Smite, or I guess it's not. Take the Smite action.
Okay.
Until the start of your next turn, and then strike.
All right, so you watch as he steps forward, takes the Smite action, this kind of crimson and orange flame licking around his black, searing mace here as he takes it up and just slams it down into Rizendar.
With the Smite, Khabash has a 23 to hit.
Plus 23?
20, sorry, just plus a 20, but it's a 22 total.
Okay, no, it does not. He takes it, slams down. Rizendar just steps to the side here. As the mace slams into the ground, you see just sparks of flame just fly everywhere. You hear a kind of giggle in the back emerging from the voice. But Khabash says, "Now!" And you see Bone spring forward, leaping towards Rizendar. And you see this hellhound is not a simple hellhound. This is a big, meaty, monstrous hellhound, even more so than some of the ones you've heard about. This is a large. This is, for all intents and purposes, I'll just tell you, this is a greater hellhound.
Okay.
Bone is going to stride forward with one action and use its jaw attack. And rolls a nat 1.
Oh.
Rizendar dodges once again, Bone snapping past it and turns and goes for another one. This one is a Oh, God. 15 plus 16. That one does hit. This one latches on to Rosindar's kind of strangely bird-like leg. And you see bone just snaps and just yanks on Rosindar. You see like the flesh along Rosindar's like just tearing. Strange kind of almost glowing blood flowing out of out of their leg. That brings us to Rosindar, though. Mm-hmm. Rosindar is going to solely focus on Khabash.
Okay.
Rosindar is going to cast, is going to use their Flame of Justice melee attack. That's a 35 to hit Khabash.
Yes.
It does not crit, though, right? Because his armor is crazy.
Beefy, yeah.
Then is going to cast Sure Strike and go for another one.
Has it been 10? So the Sure Strike says if you're immune to using it for 10 minutes.
I think it's been, I kind of think it's probably been around 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to say that Rosindar has it back.
Okay.
And then that's a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
$32 points of slashing damage.
Woo.
And we are going to say that Khabash has a 10 weakness to holy.
Oh, no.
So he takes another 10 points of damage.
Ooh, yikes.
So 42 points of damage to Khabash. Rosindar just laying into him here. That brings us back to you, Aribhin, who have kind of stepped. You are kind of off to the side, and either you have stepped to the side by Gilia, or you are across the hall, like the chamber from Gilia. Either way, you can see Gilia, and she's like, she has tried everything she can to kind of like just meld back into the shadows. Like she does not. She's not even like really. She's both watching and not watching, if that makes sense. Like she's out of morbid curiosity, she's watching, but she's like her. Only out of the corner of her eye. The rest of the time, she's kind of staring at the floor like she cannot believe this is happening. She doesn't know what to do. And you see her whispering. If you want to make a perception check on your turn, I'll roll for you.
Would I have to use an action for it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, so you're up.
Okay.
You see Khabash just get carved into here.
Yikes.
You see him kind of like grit his teeth, bleeding, just angry. And we're going to say he probably would use his Iron Command, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's got a couple of reactions. But if that's the best one, then he'd use it. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, Iron Command, which is to kneel. Okay,
so as he's carved into, he still like tower. He somehow just feels bigger than Rosindar. He actually is literally larger than Rosindar, so probably just stares down at them and just once again, kneel. And then what is that?
Either the enemy does it and nothing happens, or if they refuse, they
refuse.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Take 2d6. And then you can just choose for it to be persistent, so why not?
Mm-hmm. So what's the damage?
2d6 at 5th level. Oh, it just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Oh, okay, great. So yeah, 2d6.
So yeah, go ahead and roll.
9.
So you watch now as Khabash does this and just yells, Neil, you see Rosindar just kind of wince. You have seen Khabash do this before when you fought with him against the Harpies. Mm-hmm. And then it was kind of just a lording kind of powerful presence that you felt. You didn't necessarily feel anything sinister at the time. Now, though, as he does this, there's a dark flash to his eyes, a swelling of his chest as he just stares down at it, expecting this thing in Khabash's mind. This thing deserves to kneel before him.
Yikes.
As Rosindar winces, you see just as mental damage takes place. Now you're up. I apologize.
Okay, and that is persistent.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, now I'm up. Why not? I'm gonna go for my 4th, another vision of death.
Okay. Alrighty. So what is that? A will save?
Yes.
Autumn. What have you done to me lately? That was a 1.
Oh no, it was.
It was a 1.
Holy shit.
This is the second vision of death in 2 episodes, in 2 sessions here. That has been a crit fail. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe that the most challenging combat we've had in a while is the fucking were-tiger bandits.
I know, right? I'm here fighting like a god's like...
So that's a critical fail. That's
okay, yeah, all right.
So roll double damage.
Wow. Arvin's just really good at picturing people's death.
Yeah, he's very morbid.
Yes, and he doesn't expect it to work, so he's like, fuck. Okay, so that's 8d6. That's crazy.
So it's 86 doubled.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my lord. This is the second combat in a row where you've had 16d6 damage essentially.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that's 25. I guess doubled.
So Arvin. Mm-hmm. So as you've struggled here in between not just Rosindar and Khabash, 2 beings that you have come to know. Obviously, you know Khabash well. You have a stronger connection to Khabash, but maybe you didn't know him as well as you thought you did. But you know Rosindar. You're not just caught between the 2 of them. You're caught between lawful good, essentially God, Iomedae, and Asmodeus. Mm-hmm. Now, you have made your choice. And as you cast Vision of Death and Rosindar critically fails, takes 50 points of damage, describe to me how Arvin kills Rosindar.
Oh no, are you kidding me? Oh no. Fuck.
As Rosindar has just winced from the mental damage from not obeying Khabash here, you step in, or what do you do?
Oh God. Yeah, so the vision that I create with Vision of Death, it specifically says if it reduces them to 0, the vision becomes reality and it kills it instantly.
Okay.
I think the Vision of Death is like just Rosindar like picturing Iomedae's disappointment and killing themselves.
Okay. So Rosindar, this goes against everything in Rosindar's being. But as you display this vision, it's this strange thing where the vision itself becomes real, and it's almost something that that Rosindar does. It's not a willing like seppuku here. It's this unwilling like thing that it envisions yet is happening. As Rosindar just looks to Khabash and says, "I'm sorry, child." Then takes their divine flaming sword, just carves it up their own kind of torso, dissolving themselves into a burst of divine holy flame that seems to kind of like self-immolate here, split in half, but then burn up into nothing as Rosindar just disappears.
Yeah, so Aribhin, like, in the heat of the moment, was just kind of pictured, like, flippantly, like, I don't know this. And then it happens, he's like, oh my God. Holy shit.
This occurs. You hear the giggle that had kind of started from that mouth in the back during the combat. Now, as this happens, broadens into a cackle as a divine holy servant of Iomedae has just carved itself up and killed itself, essentially. The chamber that you're in echoes with this laughter. It's not mad laughter. It's not like a crazy person. It is just sheer delight. Khabash stands staring down at the floor, breathing heavily. His mind seems very far away as he has watched this occur as well. You hear, "Well fought, child of Nethys. And welcome, child of Gazre, child of the green, child of the elements. I am happy that you're here, truly. I have had to see you through Akarbaz's eyes for so long, but now here you are. Of all the foundling children besides my son, you two interest me the most. Akarbaz, greet your brother and sister. Be polite. Khabash turns, kind of eyeing both of you, and you hear his voice. Leave us, father. I will join you soon. And you hear the voice say, then you've made your decision? Good. Very well. Be seeing you, children. Held breath hisses out of the woman's slumped body on the altar, and she collapses. She kind of was like in a kind of like a rigid slump, if that makes sense. Like kind of slumped and staring upward, but in a kind of like fixed position. Now, as this breath, she just collapses into she's just laying there. Bone, the hellhound, trots over there and sits down next to her. Khabash just kind of looks at you both. Still breathing heavily, seems uncertain what to say.
I'm definitely paler than usual.
Even paler than usual.
Even paler than usual. Sweating, crying, shaking.
You see, you know what? You see that you are not alone in this. Gilia is also terrified. Khabash is also terrified. Khabash is in a kind of paralytic state of, I can't believe this is happening, and a disbelief that you are here, that you and Gilia are here, and that you are seeing this. Almost as though this was such a private, repressed part of him for so long, and the fact that you guys are seeing this is like torment.
So, I'm just gonna hug him. Can I hug him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of stumble through something to say for a moment before you just rush forward. He started to kind of shrink back down to his normal size, which is still very large. And at first he flinches back, thinking maybe you're going to attack him or something. And then you kind of wrap your arms around him. It's kind of cold as you do just from the armor here. Nevertheless, you feel him kind of almost go rigid a little bit as you do this. He's not expecting it, but doesn't quite know how to react. Gilia says, "Are you okay, Khabash?" And he's like, "I don't know anymore." Do you stay hugging him or do you release?
Yeah, I'll release him.
The silence is kind of permeated by the flickering of flames that create this kind of wall of light.
How long has this... I guess how long?
Gilia, come here. And Gilia kind of comes forward, and you just see him stick out a hand like this, almost expectantly. Gilia reaches up to take it. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
As you do, he his eyes first land on Gilia, who takes his hand, and then you, and they narrow, and you see a flash as memories spill into your head. You see the woman splayed out on the altar, but younger. She's wearing a foreign style of clothing that you don't currently recognize, with no sleeves, exposing parchment-colored skin spread with runic tattoos. You watch as a baby, swaddled in blankets, is given to her. What you'd imagine Khabash to look like as a baby. And the arms that pass over the baby are blood red. There's another flash. This moment dissolves into another as this same woman rounds the corner of a street and crossroad, her visage blurring into a disguised form as she approaches the shelter for divine children. This must have been shortly after Shinawis, Kostal, and Estelar founded the shelter. She knocks on the door, hefting toddler in her arm. The door opens, and Shinawis looks out, younger, accompanied by also toddler-aged Amira, the first child to be collected by Shinawis. Shinawis's eyes widen as she sees the toddler in this woman's arms. You hear Shinawis ask, "What's his name?" And see the faintest smirk on the woman's face as she seems to think for a moment before replying, "Khabash." The name meant chosen in Jotun, the language of giants, but it was a lie. You see flashes of Khabash throughout his childhood lashing out at you or the other siblings as impulses struck him. Impulses of order, obedience, subservience. You see flashes of Khabash and the other foundling children accompanying your parents to services at various temples in the temple district. You see the interior of the beacon, Iomedae's temple, and feel the sense of this could be. The inheritor, goddess of justice, rulership, valor, the scouring of evil. Then you see Khabash in his room at the shelter, still young, face in his hands and praying. You see flashes of the other children announcing who their gods were. Theo getting visited by a choral, an angel sent by Shellen. A great voice in the wind sent to Gilead by Gazray. Amira floating and meditating and receiving a message from Sarenrae. You hear Estelar ask Khabash if he knows who his god is yet. And you see Khabash reply, Iomedae. You see him joining up with the Brotherhood of Beasts, hoping to channel his inner rage in a way that the inheritor would be proud of, slaying fell beasts that plagued and troubled good citizens of Abaria. But it has the opposite effect. The killing, the subservience to the idiotic captain of the Grimies only makes him angrier. He snaps only a short time ago, when the Grimies were hired by a mayor. Not to kill the Hydra that had killed dozens of the village's people, including women and children, but to capture it so the insane mayor could display it, flaunting his power and inflating his ego. Khabash knows that it wouldn't be long before the Hydra escapes or kills more people, so he begs the Grimies to kill the beast instead, ignoring the contract they've taken by the mayor. Captain Shout refuses. The Grimies spring a trap for the Hydra, capturing it in a great wire net, but in the chaos that follows, Khabash unleashes his rage, slaying every member of the Grimies. Then, Hydra writhing within its net, he puts it down too. He's committed murder. There's no going back from that. But the worst part about it, you can feel that it felt good. Before he disappears for good, tugged north toward Mistvale. He makes one last stop in Crossroad to see his family, feeling a crushing guilt at everything he's done and at everything that he is. There is a crushing weight to feeling all of this at once, especially having wondered so long for what's going on in his head. Mm-hmm. He would never let people in very much, and now he has let you in more than he could even through words. He looks at both of you, casting his eyes downward once again, taking a step back, kind of retreating a little bit from you, and says, "Well, now you know."
Oh, man.
You see Gilead react to this and kind of cover her mouth with her small little gnomish hand and take a step back, still not knowing how to take any of this, leaving you kind of once again in the middle.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
His eyes aren't really looking at you anymore. He's been looking away a lot at this time. Almost like he just can't bring himself to meet your eyes. It's all right. I understand now what I meant to be doing.
And what is that?
For so long, I was just afraid. I didn't know what was right, what was wrong. I didn't know how to be. I always felt that what I was just wrong. But I've been speaking with him, and you see his eyes dart up. Kind of somewhat of the anxiety, some of the sadness seeming to kind of be like pushed down or quashed within him as he meets your eyes. I was always afraid of the whispers he sent me, of what they meant. But I understand now. He has shown me his realms, and they are places of order. No chaos awaits within, no insanity, no senseless murder. Each effect has its cause. Each action, its reason. In the realms of Asmodeus, there are no fools taking contracts to put people in harm's way just for coin. There are no incidents like what happened aboard the Sunwalker airship in Crossroad, where innocents are slaughtered with no rhyme or reason by foul creatures. There are no places like what we passed through above, ghost cities of sorrow, death. Mistvale was so cruelly destroyed that its citizens have not even been able to die in peace. Why has no one helped them? The whole continent has turned a blind eye for centuries. In the realms of Asmodeus, there is cold logic and strong leadership. In the realms of Asmodeus, there is peace. And I must go to it. Tasks await. Chaos to be stamped out.
Is this even what you want?
It doesn't matter what I want anymore. What I want is this now. What I wanted is over. It's gone. There was no chance of it. I understand that now. It's not. That wasn't meant to be. This is. I prayed to her for years of my life. And the whole time I was blind to the love of my father. I was blind to, I couldn't see through my own fear, to the glory, to the happiness, to the order that waited on the other side. I see it now. He showed me the way.
I mean, I 100% understand the craving of clarity. I mean, you've always been you, though. You've never... Does he seem like he's, like, actually wants this? Or, like, does he seem like he's just kind of, like, given up?
So, sense motive, I roll.
Okay.
What's your perception bonus?
11?
It seems, I'll put it this way. He feels, and this is partially due to simply his complete unrestrained transferal through means you aren't sure necessarily what magical means he did so, but this is partially gleaned through the just unrestrained memories and feelings that he showed you. You get the sense that he has felt adrift, lost, and full of self-loathing and rejection for so long that to have a guiding light to have a purpose, to feel as though he matters. This is legitimately what he wants in this moment.
It's hard because like everything he's expressing, it's like, I know, I've felt that, I've wanted that. But then like our upbringing, I'm like, this isn't good. But what is good? I'm all over words for like a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I completely get a lot of, basically all of that. The wanting direction, it's just so, it's all happening so fast though.
He just says, he completely interrupts you and he goes, it feels that way to you. It does not feel that way to me. This has been my entire life.
When I met my God, like a few weeks ago, I wanted so badly for him to tell me something to do, to give me direction. And if he had told me, whatever he had told me, I would have done it. But he didn't. He said, I have no direction for you. And now I have to learn how to be a person on my own. And you've just been so this isn't. I just don't want you to get swept up into someone giving you clear direction. Because I know how much what it feels like to want it, but this doesn't feel like you.
It's starting to. He says, Father has plans for me. After so long adrift, his morality is a compass for me now. I understand it. It makes sense to me, and I can help. It's not like what you've experienced, where you have no direction. I have it now. And it's what I've been wanting for so long. I have my direction.
What is it? Where are you?
I go to Nessus to find out. And you see him start to walk across the chamber.
Can I do what is that?
What? Like, are you trying to persuade him of something?
No. What can I do? A check?
Yeah, do a little.
Just a little.
Do a little lore check because of a feat you have. You get just all lore. All lore proficiency. So get a lore check. You gonna rewrite fate here?
Yeah,
all right.
I need to know.
You're getting overwhelmed by the kind of emotional state here, and you're like, no, wait. This is why I'm saying this is how you rewrite fate. Mm-hmm. It's like hard to parse through, and you like just isolate for a second. Go ahead and roll. Make sure you add your mythic proficiency.
Mm-hmm. 34.
Nessus is the layer of hell belonging to Asmodeus, the Prince of Darkness. Nessus is his home. He begins to walk across this flame-lined chamber. You hear him, he does like the kind of like really piercing whistle through his fingers here as bone comes towards him. And he goes and picks up the splayed out woman up on the altar, turns to you two, and says, the path of Asmodeus is peace. It took me a long time to understand. I hope that you do not hate me. And you see splitting open behind him, like fuel igniting. You see this splitting open is a gate, a portal. Behind him is a great, desolate, and dark wasteland, through which run rivers of magma. Off in the distance, An immense black fortress rises out of the darkness, bordered by tall, flaming towers. Strange creatures fly in the dark sky. He says, "Tell the others I'm okay." And Gilead says, "Wait." And she kind of like patters across the room. And you see her like conjuring in her two hands. She says, "It won't die, I promise. Just keep it with you." And you see a little rose with white and red petals.
Oh.
And he has like the woman in his arms, and he takes it, looks at it. "Bye, Gilead." And he looks up to you and he says, "Bye, Aribhin."
We'll be here.
He doesn't even, he kind of like lets that sit for a second and just kind of like does like a tight-lipped kind of smile, just a little bit like a forced tight-lipped smile, kind of like nods his head a little bit and then turns, walks through this fissure here, which seals behind him, leaving the chamber empty. The flame walls kind of die down, leaving this chamber in darkness.
Oh, man. Oh.
Is this Autumn or Aribhin or both?
Both.
Okay. Gilead kind of comes up to you and just kind of reaches up a hand.
Yeah, I squeeze it.
And she like leads you out of the chamber.
Are we leaving this place right now?
She's going to leave the chamber right now.
Okay.
If you don't want to, obviously you can stay.
I'm just thinking about leaving. Like, are we doing that now?
It seems like I'll do a little quick sense motive for you. Yeah, it seems like Gilead wants to get out of this chamber. Like it maybe is freaking her out and making her sad or something.
Okay.
So she leads you out. She conjures her stepping stones across the river that runs past. And kind of leads you across those stepping stones.
Are we going to pass the bodies of these, I don't know.
The Vordines?
Yeah.
Eventually you will, but for now you're just crossing the river.
Okay.
As you get over there, across the river, you cast a gaze, kind of cast your eyes back in the direction. You watch, and you're not sure if it's just because you're walking away or not, but because it is so dark in here. And by the way, the flame basins, like outside those stone double doors, are now empty of flame as well. So it's just like pitch black down here. As you walk away, it kind of disappears in darkness behind you in a way that is kind of odd. And you can't tell if the darkness has just engulfed it or if that place has disappeared. If you want to go back and check, you can.
I'm not sure if the flames aren't invisible because the darkness has engulfed it, because they're out.
Sorry, like you're not sure if the chamber, like the stone doors and everything disappear off in the darkness, but in a way that strikes you as odd. Mm-hmm. And you're not sure if they just kind of disappeared off into the darkness or if something else happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gilead's leading, so I'll just let her lead.
Okay. You guys pass the Vordines, the kind of militant devils that you slayed with Razindar.
Yeah. I'm going to take one of their heads.
What? Okay.
And I'll tell her as I'm doing it, listen, it's just in case anyone tries to fuck with us while we're trying to leave. I can say, look, this is what we can do. Don't fuck with us.
Okay. She already had this kind of horrified, kind of terribly sad look in her eye, and she's like, okay, Aribhin. As you kind of saw off its head with the dagger.
Or no, I'll use a spell.
Use a spell so it's less gruesome.
Yeah, some cantrips.
Okay, cool. Telekinetic projectile. I don't know, something.
Yeah, something. Whatever.
Okay, cool. You collect this Vordine's head, and she still kind of mindlessly is leading you back. She's like, as soon as you're done, she kind of like reaches out to take your hand again. Mm-hmm. She mindlessly begins to lead you back the way you came. But you're feeling very tired. Mm-hmm. So like, but it seems like she's pressing on or is just ignoring being tired, just trying to like get out of here. I don't know. You don't know, rather.
Okay. Are we leaving Mistvale today?
I guess we can sleep if you want. Do you have the little cabin?
I do have the little cabin. I mean, we can leave today. I just want you to...
She says, I guess it would be safer if we waited so you can make us invisible again.
Honestly, I might have enough.
She's going to leave it up to you.
Okay. Okay, we'll take a pause.
It's several hours of trekking back.
Yeah. Oh, God. I kind of think this is where you're so traumatized that you just push through until you're like in a less horrible place physically.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah. So we'll say for the sake of brevity,
Okay.
Gilia, with your help, especially due to her survival skill, leads you all out.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see.
Like leads you back the way you came. As you do kind of trek back, you eventually hear the wailing and screams down from the dark citadel, down in the vast dark cavern opposite the bridge that leads out towards the necropolis of Mistvale. With those kind of crimson glowing lights. You cast invisibility, and because that went so well last time, we'll just say that, you know, it's hard when you're invisible running through a city. It's very hard to be spotted by anything.
Yeah.
You and Gilia kind of just, she doesn't say much. She has a kind of like strange vacant look to her eyes, which is, you imagine somewhat what you look like whenever you're not actively thinking about it. Like looking at her and trying to inspect what she's thinking, you probably have that same kind of vacant.
Yeah.
Anyway, you all invisible scurry back out through Mistvale, entering back into the woods. It's nighttime. And you eventually cast the cozy cabin. As you cast the cozy cabin, there's a flame, like there's a hearth inside that you gather around. Gilia tosses in some herbs, some old dried roots and such, and you have a little dinner here around the hearth. And she just says, did you see that flower I gave him?
Yeah.
Well, maybe whenever he looks at it, he'll still think of Iomedae. And you do remember that red and white are the colors of Iomedae.
Yeah. In my head, I'm like, I don't know if that'll make him happy anymore. But I don't say that out loud.
She says, I hope Iomedae feels really bad.
That's exactly what I was thinking. What the fuck?
And she just says, Estelar is going to be really sad, isn't he?
Yeah, well, they said even if I was an evil god, they would, be accepting and they wouldn't put me down. I guess it's time to put their money where their mouth is.
It kind of quiets down a little bit, kind of that very, very brief conversation dying back down into that kind of vacant silence. Until eventually you guys get into your bedrolls. It's dark in here, and you just hear Gilia say, we can't let Khabash just go away like that forever, right?
Well, I think it's like you said, we're in the middle of it.
You hear her rustle around a little bit, and she goes, night, Aribhin.
Good night.
But as both of you guys go to bed, you can't get to sleep for a while. And from the way that she's breathing and rustling around, neither can she.
Okay, I'm going to talk to her more then.
Okay, cool.
He said that Asmodeus has plans for him. I mean, Nethys has alluded to something similar, that gods are meddling. It's also very maddening how none of them say what they're thinking or wanting or doing. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Maybe we should just get Theo and Amira and then all just go to Nessus and kidnap him.
Well, here's the thing.
She kind of rolls over in her blanket to look at you, or in her bedroll to look at you.
I don't want to force him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we all assumed it growing up, but there was no guarantee that we were all going to be of, palatable gods. But yeah, I think this is just the beginning of something. I thought I had it bad.
Sometimes I think we all think we have it bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
A week or two pass.
Oh boy. Are we walking home this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A week or two passes. A week or two passes as you and Gilia make your way back toward Crossroad. The weather steadily continuing to grow colder as you do, as the fall season comes into full swing. Your pace is likely a bit slower this time because you're not in like hard pursuit of something, and you're also kind of emotionally reeling from all of this. Mm-hmm. Gilia doesn't speak much. The only thing that you really notice her doing outside of walking is every night tracking the progress of her acorn. Is there anything you wish to do on the way back, or no? It's okay if not.
Oh man, this is so hard. Are we telling our parents about this?
She says, I mean, we did disappear very suddenly. They're going to ask what we were doing. What note did you leave?
I said I basically said, this guy's looking for Khabash and we're following him, and I drew a picture of Rosindar.
I mean, we've been gone for like a month. She says, if you don't want to tell them, I won't tell them. But if you want to, I don't know.
My thing is just, it's not completely my business.
But they're going to ask.
Yeah. But it's not my business.
I'll leave it up to you.
I guess I'm supposed to be doing what I want to do. Oh no. Now I have to think about that. And then I ponder on that for like another day or two.
Okay. A couple days outside Crossroad. As you all as your cozy cabin disappears and you gather your things to keep walking, it's like morning time. Kind of the morning sun shining down through this little patch of forest you're in. Gilia squeals with surprise. She says, Arvin, look. You look over. She's holding out her pot. Suddenly, sprouting out of her pot is a small figure.
Oh!
Its head is that of a large acorn. Its face is cartoonish, black expressive eyes, a small hole-ish mouth, and no nose that one can see. Its body is some strange, bendy, rope-like structure of roots and branches, complete with arms and legs, hands and feet. As this acorn creature springs from this pot, right in Gilia's face, Gilia's like holding out the pot like with her arms outstretched. She's like, as this happens. The acorn creature looks at her and says, hello, master. I'm happy to finally see you. And then it kind of looks over, twisting, and it says, hello, master's friend. I've been listening to your conversations as I've grown, and you seem nice. And then swings back to Gilia. It's almost time for your pilgrimage.
What?
Is High Gosrin Leokin Storm around? There's much to discuss, and I think that he would be very helpful at this time. And Gilia's like, a few days away. Leokin Storm's a few days away. And the creature says, okay, we'll wait till then.
Hello.
And it says, what's your names? Well, I know you. And then it looks to Gilia. Your name's Gilia, but I'll call you master.
Well, I'm Aribhin.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. It seems a little like it's catching up. Like it seems like it does have memories from throughout it growing, but it's kind of catching up here. It says, I'm Seva. And you see it pulls itself out from the soil of the pot and plops down onto the ground with its little feet. And comes up kind of positioning itself in between you. This is a small sized creature. But yeah, I think about 3 feet tall.
Is it almost Gilia's height?
It's almost Gilia's height. And it says, I'm Seva. Pleased to meet you. And it sticks out a little hand.
Nice to meet you too.
And then it goes up and gives Gilia a hug, leaving some soil on Gilia's clothes, which she doesn't mind.
Yeah.
It says, well, let's go see the High Gosrin. Gilia says, okay, Seva. Let's go see him. And Gilia kind of looks to you.
Are you a mom?
I don't know. And that's where we'll leave it out for this session.
Wow. The duality of life. Kill me.
Kill you.
Oh, God, I'm sweating. Yikes.
I know, I can smell you.
That's something else.
You soiled your pants.
I peed my pants, actually. Oh.
Someone leaves and an acorn creature arrives.
Yeah, we've replaced Khabash already.
Yeah.
Seva or Sepa?
Seva.
Okay, with a V?
Yep.
Okay. Seva the acorn person.
It's a Leshy.
I know! It's a Leshy, he says.